Hello everyone and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3. My apologies for not having a video put up yesterday. The announcement of further lockdown within England meant that I had to check some things and check things with family members and such. I didn't get around to recording, but here I am today and I'm going to be recording a couple of episodes today for a couple of series and then some more tomorrow, so hopefully I can catch up. So we are playing as Duchess Lucia in Iceland. We are getting on in health. Our health is poor. We are ailing. That's because we have pretty bad stress, and we lost our son, and that's never really helped us. We could try go on a feast, but we're commanding an army. We really should not be commanding an army. Why are we commanding an army? We're not a fighter. I mean, we're a decent fighter, but I'm sure there are better fighters. So yeah, Scotland's kind of going through a bit of a bad day at the office here with the amount of people who are fighting. We'll put Oscar in. And then while that's happening, we're going to host a feast because we need to get rid of some stress pretty quickly. It's going to cost us a lot of gold, but in the long run it'll be worth it. Okay, so the feast has begun, and at the same time we need to see what we can do in terms of trying to save Scotland. Okay. There's nothing like a feast. It reminds us all of what is good in life, and the company is not too bad either. At least those seated close to me seem to think so. You are something special, my bishop tells me. Martha and Neil nod their head in agreement, and we lose even more stress, which is wonderful. I think we're still at one. Well, yeah, we're still at one level of stress. I'm hoping that the only war I really want to bother winning is the one for Ulster, but I don't want to walk past Taylor to get there. So what we're actually going to do, we're going to get on the seas here. Okay. As the feast is underway and our guests are eating and drinking merrily, our bishop approaches Sholto and me at the great table. This is a marvellous feast. All my compliments to the host. Household efforts? What does household efforts give us? Yeah, we'll praise the husband, even though we put the feast on. Just do a good bit of PR, as it were. A good bit of PR at home, anyway. It's going to cost us 23 gold to get on land. We gain some prestige, and the feast has now ended, but we've reduced our stress. So hopefully that helps with our health somewhat. We're feeling fine as opposed to poor. Good. And we're going to head over here to Connacht, because we can't take on Danelaw. Danelaw's just way too big. Danelaw's got 11,000 troops. That's not even including the ally of Rossini, who I don't even think's been called into this war, but they're pretty tough as well. And our heir is our grandson, I believe. Yes, Fairlich. Our sister Martha has been taken prisoner. Can we ransom you? Probably not. It seems not. Okay. So Danelaw's got our sister hostage, who holds a tiny bit of land here in Galloway, which isn't perfect by any means, but we're now here in Iceland. Not in Iceland, sorry, in Ireland. And we need to go... what? The problem is they're coming back over to take... They're coming back over. So let's actually just chase down... Let's chase down some Irish troops. Seems that both Munster and Connacht are against us. But we can't take on Danelaw. And I'm hoping that Danelaw's going to win soon, so they will naff off. They'll take some of Northumbria, but I think Galloway is still fine. Indeed, you are imprisoned, but you should be okay. You are scarred, but you're a strategist and you're an eagle reveller. But pretty soon the old guard's going to be starting to pass away due to how old they are now. Come back here. I know you're there, so I don't really want to go on the water, to be honest. Let's head back to Ulster. Let's head to Ulster. See if we can retake some of this land. It'll cause us some casualties, but that's fine. Kingdom of Scotland with one guy in it. It's not overly useful. It's just a knight travelling by himself. That's hey ho. Let's go there. Okay, we'll take 116 casualties. That's fine. I want to retake Downpatrick if I can. Because the sooner we retake Ulster, the sooner we can wrap up the war. We keep Ulster within our lands. Especially as we actually do own Ulster directly. It is a direct county of ours. So definitely not something we want to lose. I don't particularly mind if Scotland loses some of Northumbria, but we need to keep Ulster for ourselves, especially as we might think about going to Ireland more and more as time goes on. Let's actually take War Profiteer. I don't know actually. No, let's get Herregil because that's at war and also when we're not at war. So that should hopefully help our taxes somewhat, probably not a huge amount. And we are still here sieging Downpatrick. It's going to take a little while, but I'm hoping that siege events such as disease and sort of other such things might help move this quicker. This is our land here in Downpatrick. It does seem, however, that actually Ireland, Connacht and Munster are pretty much the main contenders in Ireland. That being said, Danelaw is such a strong power. They hold. I think they used to hold Sweden as well. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, I think they used to hold some of the other bit as well. Is my spouse up to the task? We could basically give my steward. We need gold, so give my steward a bit of a positive boost. We don't particularly need more children at this stage in our life. We are still stressed. I don't want to become wounded. I don't want to become a drunkard. So we're just going to gain some stress. And see what we can do. Who are you? Oh, it's another one of our grandsons. Okay, that's fine. We'll deal with that child in a second. But we need to get you a spouse. You are our grandson. You are son of Seamus. Let's see if we can get someone decent. Let's get... Here we go. Athela von Sulzbach, who's got some nice stats. She's Catholic. And we'll just get some children in the land, which is nice. My daughter-in-law, Moore, who's married to... Oh, it's married to Huithril, has given birth to a daughter. Since this daughter is going to be in House Buchanan, we need to come up with a name. Let's choose a good Gaelic name. Anletta? No. Garb, Ra, Mail, Meade. I can't say half these names, I'm so sorry. Orlaith, I like Orlaith. So, we need to keep an eye on our grandson. Because he is... So when we die, everything goes to Fairlich, which is nice. Everything goes to Fairlich, which is very, very nice indeed. We killed the possessed child, which is nice, his brother. Now, Fairlich is wounded. He's got quite a bit of scarring going on there. However, he's looking pretty good in terms of stewardship. He's not overly diplomatic, to be perfectly honest. But he's zealous, he's deceitful, he's brave, he's bossy. And we'll see how he turns out. He's going to be okay. He's not going to be the best diplomat we've ever seen in these lands. Okay, so we've beaten Connacht, which is lovely. Do we get any contribution for this at all? Okay, so we get 300 prestige, as well as our king likes us considerably more, which is lovely. Very nice indeed. Don't suppose there's anything we can do. Can we modify our feudal contract? I'd much rather pay less taxes, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. We don't want to give you anything particularly damaging, so we need to try and get a hook on you, actually. Let's send our not our priest, our spy master. Hang on. Where does our king live? He lives in Gowrie. Where is Gowrie? Gowrie is going to be there. Okay, let's send our guy to find secrets in Gowrie. Wonderful. So he's going to get on with that. We're continuing to we're continuing to basically get our bishop on side. Such a frustration that Danenor's just piling into Scotland, isn't it? Because there's really not a lot we can do about it. We're still sieging down Patrick, really? I suppose maybe Danenor's holding down Patrick as opposed to Ulster. That makes sense. But hey ho, let's get rid of this. We can ransom the petty king of Connacht. Yep, 10 gold I don't particularly mind. I'd much rather just keep my finances in a good position, especially if Daenor comes in for a proper attack against some of my lands. We've now retaken Ulster. We just need to be aware that they're probably going to come try to retake it off us. So actually I think we'll probably disband our troops. No armies can be disbanded, why not? Hostile armies are around. Makes sense. Let's head back. Let's head back up. I don't particularly want to go. No, don't go through there. Don't be silly. We'll spend the 20 gold and we'll head back up. In fact, we'll head up to Iceland because that's bound to be safe. We can disclose our troops there, and we're just going to have to let Scotland lose this war because it's not going to work really. But we've held Ulster, we've held our lands, but perhaps it might mean, however, that Scotland is not the person we want to continue dealing with long term. King Willan of Galicia, I want Aberdeen. I want Earldom of the Means, and I want a claim on it. So I'm going to send my council. I'm going to fabricate a claim on Mearns here, especially as we've got the troops to take him on. And Galicia is, going to likely be too busy down here. And Scotland is losing pretty badly to France down here at the bottom. So that's not going to happen. And Ulster's under siege again. Wonderful, but they're not actually trying to... They're not trying to go after Ulster. So I'm happy for them to... Well, I'm not really happy for them to invade. They're going to have to invade. Level of Splendour. The Buchanan dynasty is now known far and wide. So we are no longer... Oh. So Level of Splendour is now insignificant. What was it before? Can't have been much good. Yeah. So, insignificant. Children are born with 200 prestige. Marrying into the dynasty gives 100 prestige. Sorry, yeah, prestige, that's the one. And something else as well. Rulers get a maximum of 15 plus 15 long reign opinion. Wonderful. Good to know. Right. Keep on pushing on, and we're just going to have to let Scotland lose these wars because it's just not going to happen. So I think what we're going to do is actually start seeing if we can upgrade Iceland a bit. There's still got spaces for some more. We can increase logging camps, which gives us some more taxes, which seems like a good idea. So I think we can. Okay, so we can't build anything else because something's already been constructed here. What about Australand? Australand is held by a vassal, not one who's not overly keen of us, but he's going to pass away pretty soon. Maybe eventually we might want to take Australand away from him, but let's also look at the kingdom of or the county of Buchanan, which is where we first started, of course. We can't upgrade things because we either don't have the tech or we don't have the gold. So yes, we need Peterhead has a temple grounds, that's fine. But this is the one we're after, this is the main one. We could get a small harbour, which would be nice. Give us some more taxes and development growth. It's likely the only one we can do, as we don't have a keep building yet. Let's upgrade our logging camps again. That just gives us a second... That gives us a second... Who are you? No, I don't particularly care about you. We are, however, missing a Chancellor. What happened to our previous Chancellor? He might have passed away. Actually, Seamus' son, our grandson. You're pretty good. You can pop on the council. Our council's not great, in all honesty, but we'll just have to deal with it. I want to see if there's a way we can break up Daynor, because Daynor is so strong. Ah. Okay. Duchess or peasant, high or low? It does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours. A dull ache pounded my head and throat. Send for a physician. We have become ill, which isn't overly useful, granted. Severe health penalty. Let's probably get the best person we can. You're lustful, gluttonous, and arbitrary. You're not. Neither of you are great, to be honest. Gregarious, generous, compassionate. I'd rather have you, to be honest. So let's get you. You'll be our court physician. And what do we choose? The time has come for you to treat your cold. I would recommend drastic measures, but the choice is yours, my lady. Let us do a risky treatment. Oh. This hasn't gone very well, has it? We are dying. You, my lady, are not very good. Yes. Duchess Lucia has. We've been given a draught which tasted most peculiar. It made me feel numb and my eyelids started drooping. I apologise, my lady, but you do not want to be awake for this next part. Panic hit me and I tried to get up from the operating table, but my limbs would not obey. I thought it would be impossible to feel worse than I already did, but Duha sure proved me wrong. Let's... Yeah, you're just going to die, actually. However, I think we do probably need a new physician. So let's search for a physician here. So we are... Yeah, we're dying. We are ill, we're disfigured, we're wounded, and we've had a botched disease treatment. I can't imagine it's very long before Lucia passes on. There is something odd about my friend. I cannot put my finger on it. Perhaps it is just my imagination running amok. Nevertheless, that ominous feeling is keeping me awake at night. Let us... Yeah, why not? We'll do a bit of intrigue in our old age. Okay, it didn't work. That's fine. But if people suddenly start dying, we know what's wrong. Maybe we should have gone for the guy who actually had some learning. So let's pay... Oh, now we're in debt. Wonderful. We are dying, yep. Scotland's lost a bit more of their lands with King Harold. And we've still got another war going on. Oh. And there it is. There it is. Well, I think we knew that was coming. Duchess Lucia of Iceland has finally found peace at 60 years of age. She died of unknown cause. But did she die of unknown causes? Our court physician chopped off our face and it... Never mind. Anyway, a zealous woman, she fought in the glory of God against the heathens in one of the greatest holy wars of recent history. Duke Felix ascends to the throne. Having mastered many skills, he is sure to be admired by his subjects. So, Duchess Lucia, we played her for 22 years. Yeah. I'm sorry that you end up having no face. That's kind of a bad thing for me. But let us take a moment to remember her, because she ended up putting us onto... she ended us... Mormaer Junaid, we played for 44 years, but he never made it past being a count. He really struggled to do anything worthwhile in his lifetime, to be perfectly honest. But he did okay. He did okay. He set the path ready for Duchess Lucia, who did quite a bit for us. You know, we're now the Duke of Iceland because of her, and she moved us up in the world. She made us somewhat insignificant as opposed to whatever's before insignificant. And now we continue as Duke Fëanich, who's only 14. So we're gonna have to see. First of all, let's pause straight away because there's a lot going on. We are not betrothed, so let's see who we can find. We could get some county alliances. We also want someone with good stats as someone who's pretty fertile as well. I don't know if she's okay. It's probably a bit mean to call her hideous, but hey ho. So there's plenty of people who want to marry us, but at the same time we also want someone who's gonna give us some good traits. And we could get Huithril here, but she is a hunchback, which isn't a great thing to bring into the family tree, as it were. Is there anyone useful in terms of alliances? Because most of these guys are not going to have too much men. You do, actually. The County of Salerno's got 1,000 men. Granted, they are Orthodox and Greek. She's gluttonous, she's cynical, and she's vengeful. Maybe not the best person to have as a wife. We also want someone who's not too old either, as we want... Oh, you're gout-ridden, maybe not you. We want someone who's going to give us some good stats. How are we doing for our intrigue, by the way? Our intrigue is okay. Maybe we could get this lady. Gives us a decent amount of allies for 900 men. It'd certainly help. She is in good health. She's ambitious, she's trusting, and she's forgiving. And she's got some pretty good stats apart from her intrigue, which is absolutely dire. But I think that'll be good. No inheritable traits, and we're not gonna have any incest in the family, which is good. So let's get rid of all of these. Pause. I kind of want to get rid of my lands in southern Spain because I don't think it's really worth the trouble. And the good thing is we're still part of Scotland down here. Can I give this away, please? I really don't want... Can I grant... Yes. Let's grant it to someone I don't care about. Give it to Paul or half-brother, but no. Let's give it to a random nobody. This courtier here. Here you go. And then we are going to let you go. Can we do that? I don't know if we can send him away. But I just don't want to hold on to Visso, to be honest. We don't really want to grant you more titles, to be perfectly honest. I'd much rather just take you out, because I don't want to hold this bit of land down here in southern Spain. It's not worth the trouble. But let's have a look at our council. We don't have a spouse, that's fine, because we're searching for one now. Our new bishop is no one is particularly fond of us. Why is that? We are deceitful. That's a sin. It's probably not helpful. And we do have a short reign, and our personal diplomacy is bloody awful. But hopefully once we turn 15 that'll be better. We are struggling. We are wounded. But let's see if we can sway our bishop again, see if we can get back on side. I don't think we can do that just because we are not of age yet. So we're just gonna have to keep on going like this for the most part. Who did our... Hang on. Did Lucia's sister pass away? No. She still holds Galloway. Okay, but she's under the Duchess of Moray. That makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait here till we're of age. We still do hold all the titles, and currently the lands, if we die, will all go to Kuanu. Okay, who's our brother, player, heir, and friend. He is diligent, temperate, deceitful, generous, and pensive. Interesting. Let's see if we can get you married up. We can get another 900 men, which would be nice. So let's do that. It's another alliance, and it's just more men coming to our aid potentially if we need it. But you might end up being someone useful. You're only a vassal at the moment, but you are a prince, and you have a lot of claims. Blimey. Okay. In fact, you have you could get onto the Kingdom of Poland, but we've allied to his friend, and if these get pressed, presumably some will go to his daughter. Hang on. So no, that's his children's. You. Yeah, we might be able to get We might be able to get our brother on the throne of Poland, which would be a very powerful ally and a very useful ally to have in mainland Europe. Right now, we're still working on. We're still trying to work on these lower bits down here. Continue to find secrets. How does our new king feel about us, by the way? He doesn't like us because he's got some weird Gaelic. That makes sense. Our personal diplomacy is really going to hold us back, and we are deceitful and he's honest. So he's not going to be as fond of us as perhaps previous people would have been, but that's fine. You are betrothed, and as soon as we turn 16, we will bring you into our court. But we're going to spend some time just trying to work on our personal realms, making sure that we can get some more gold out of them, because we just need to ensure that we have enough gold going forward to continue our way forward. It's come to attention that our bishop is working to fabricate claims on Mearns. We are duked by right, not by greed. He's not going to be all too fond of us. But I think that's fine. I don't particularly care if that particular vassal isn't all too fond of me. And we can definitely take that bit of land, Mears, back into Scotland, and also back into our lands generally. As the Duchy of Galatia here, I think is going to be a bit all too busy doing other things. That's absolutely fine. Sorry, the Kingdom of Galatia. I think they'll be busy, so I think we'll be okay to take that pretty soon. But I tell you what, I think with the end of an era with Duchess Lucia and onto a new era, the one of Duke Fährlich. He is looking okay. We're going to need to work on him a bit. But he's going to be a pretty good administrator. He's going to be an okay fighter. But he's not very diplomatic, and we need to work on that. We need to work on that for future. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.